Hello everyone. This video is an edited version of one of my Twitch streams where I took a look at JP's year-end stream. Let me know what you think about all the upcoming changes, and if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and also follow my Twitch channel if you want to watch this live. This stream happened yesterday on Saturday morning, December 14th. They teased the new buffs for the next version. They're buffing the recovery badge, which I guess to counteract the newest dungeons. SN4, SN5, they have super altitude, so you get less recovery. So they're boosting the non-plus recovery badge from 30% recovery to 50%, and the better badge from 35 to 70%. I mean, a lot of teams nowadays are very, very bulky. I guess they're planning to keep them bulky, because a lot of times you do want the 15% badge, or the Collab badge, which is pretty much a 50% badge HP, plus other bonuses. They probably are going to still make bosses hit you for like billions of damage. So you need a big shield. Maybe it's to entice also big shields, because nowadays there's like really big hits here and there. You don't really need a looping shield all that much. I do find it unlikely that people are going to drop the Collab badges and team HP badges for this recovery badge. I don't know. Maybe there's a team out there that gives you a lot of HP. You'll need the recovery. Yeah, we have been trending to that. Because yeah, also SN4, those huge hits, they're spread out. They're not back to back. So you could stall for your big shield. And there's also a couple of new badges. So it gives 5% HP and recovery. It's not that much. It's not that high. But it gives you 4x attack for the respective monster type. So I guess teams that require a specific monster type are going to get a good damage boost. But I don't know if you would need it. For example, GungHo, you need all machines. This is going to give 4x damage to all of your machine units. What's another restrictive leader that's good at the moment? Arc versus pure damage reduction, so it doesn't care. Tuna, they're like rarity based, so they don't care. Celti, I think you do need dark attribute, so it's not also monster type. For JP, Omnimon obviously doesn't care. I think Tai was fire. Sukuna is a big shield also. I think Genie was balance type. Maybe there's going to be another leader that cares about that. But yeah, at the moment, I don't see much value, but I mean, this could be a hint of what GungHo is planning to release. More monster type restrictive leaders. So for the people that actually missed the Sync Awakening materials, you can actually use a latent to unlock the Sync Awakening. They have teased it before, and they haven't released it, but they did mention that this is going to cost 500k monster points on the Monster Point shop. So if you have a few people without Sync Awakenings because you forgot to get the materials, some of them are limited time, like a descended boss from the Collab, and you forgot to actually do it, or maybe you don't want to bother max scaling because usually they require like 50 scale ups. You could just use this latent. Yeah, 500k, 500,000 monster points. Since it's a latent, it's probably going to take those latent slots, like a BDP latent. I guess this is for people that miss the materials, mainly. Like, this is your last resort if you actually need that Sync Awakening. So you're going to miss out on SDRs. Maybe your team needs some attribute resist latents. You're going to miss out on that. But yeah, 500k for the Sync Awakening latent, that's pretty pricey. Okay, the next thing was coin dungeons. I saw people saying that they're back. I don't even know when they were a thing. I wasn't playing. You could buy dungeons from this menu. So what's the deal with these? You just buy them and you can do them, right? One of these is the Billion Title, which is a limited time dungeon in JP at the moment. I mean, there's a non-limited time dungeon, but it doesn't give you that much experience. Yeah, I guess it's for the current limited time dungeons, which are somewhat worthwhile to farm. So I'm assuming these are going to be available at any time, so you don't have to wait for it. Coins are not that useful right now at the moment. I almost have 1 trillion, and this is what, 10 billion coin? For the Billion Title. I guess there's some use for these now. So yeah, I guess if you care for farming, you can make it to the limited time dungeons. That's a good use of coins. Oh, okay. So now on this screen, when you're looking at the lineup on the RAM, you can actually see how many units you have of that are in the machine. There's like 3 toggles. If you don't toggle, you only set the pull rate for the unit. You can toggle it, and then you see all of the Evos and the number of units that you have. For example, that Red Samurai, they have 2 of, so that you see the number 2 instead of the pull percent. And then there's another toggle. You can see both of them, the pull rate and how many units you have. There have been times where I'm looking at the RAM I am wondering how many units do I have. It's a good change, I guess. I think from this menu, you can't see the Sync Awakenings, which is something I would like them to change also. For example, Magres, he has a Sync Awakening. He's a transforming unit, but you don't see the Sync Awakening on the lineup. So they do need to change that. I haven't noticed either, but yeah, SAs, they need to include that too. I mean, you can't see the max stats either. These are the stats for level 99. It's annoying to look for stuff on this menu. You don't get as much information as you could get. So these are coming sometime this month in JP. We should see this maybe in a month or two. Although I think the last update we did get it early, so maybe a month. Okay, also the Part Break Awakening got buffed. Before, it only affected the drop rate for the parts that you break. But now for every part you break, the unit with this awakening is going to get 1.2 to all stats. I am wondering if they stack, because some units have 2 Part Break Awakenings. Are they going to get 1.44 boost to all stats? Maybe, or is it just one-off? This is just a preview, so they didn't really say. Oh, this is coming 2025. I guess the new badges, the recovery badge buff is going to come December, and this is just a preview, the Part Break buff. Maybe they'll change it. I was thinking probably means that they're going to include more enemies with breakable parts at the beginning of dungeons. Not at the beginning, like not on the boss floor, because you're not going to get much value out of the boost because it's usually at the boss where you need the breakable parts. And by then, you probably meet all the HP requirements. It's going to be annoying. They're also doing this because a bunch of enemies now, whenever you break a part, they get enraged and they hit you for a lot. The first one was Loki. I was running that dungeon with my usual Omnimon team, which is pretty bulky. Loki would just kill me if I broke one part. The enrage hits are huge, like usually I think they double their attack or something. And also the SN5 boss, you break one part, he does way more damage also. Not as much as Loki, I don't think. I've done it with Omnimon and you can tank the hits, but with Loki I was unable to. It's an annoying mechanic, it's gonna stick around and we're probably gonna see more of it. It's not just gonna be on the boss floors. Okay, all of the monthly exchange dragons are gonna get 8 latent slots. That's pretty much it. It was a disappointing stream because they didn't show any actual units given for the collab. They showed art, but I was expecting more from the stream. Here we have new Evos, new ordeal evolutions, super reincarnations and stuff. So this is Dio-chan. She's been useful even though she hasn't gotten a new Evo in a long time. She's a low cooldown, not full of cleric. I think she gives you 5 turns, but that has come in clutch in a bunch of dungeons. And this is really nice art. Maybe they'll remain useful, hopefully, because she's a very solid unit still. She has a bunch of L's, versus recovery, but I think she only has one attribute, light. So this looks like light fire, maybe. So this is a super reincarnation. And this is Nohime, super reincarnation also. We don't really have any stats. I even forget what she does, like at all. I don't think I've actually used her. I have used Dio-chan, but not Nohime. Oh, and this is Ordeal Izanami. So this is a farmable unit. So it's probably not gonna be that good. I think the farmable is a looping shield nowadays. But yeah, these are maybe falling out of fashion, looping shields. I mean, they're still useful. In one looping shield we're unfortunately probably going to miss is Aurora from Disney. It's a cleric and looping shield with a lot of bulk. Much better than Gopta. But yeah, this unit is probably going to suck. We also had Ordeal Goemon, and he sucks. He's not useful at all. So this is probably gonna be useless also. And this is Ordeal Uki. I kind of like this unit. I remember using him back in the day in like a Dark Athena theme when she came out. I don't know if he's a Dark TPA unit like the latest Evo, but and we don't know what he's gonna do because again, they're just showing art. Is this Ordeal? Yeah, Ordeal Noah. So I don't know what pantheon she kind of belongs to in Path, like what she's grouped with. Because we have the Egyptian ordeals, we have the Japanese ordeals, we have the Greco-Roman ordeal dungeon. So is this a new ordeal dungeon that we're going to have? Are they going to introduce the Christianity pantheon? Are we going to get Jesus? Who knows? Nothing shows up as related to Noah, actually, when you search it up on Monster Search. Oh, maybe. I mean, they missed their chance because Christmas is going on right now in JP. And they didn't introduce Ordeal Santa Claus. That could have been something. Would have been timely. This is Ordeal Set, which again, Egyptian god, and we already have that set of dungeons. I think next is the New Year art teasers. It is kind of early for New Year teasers because Christmas just started in JP. We only have art again. This is New Year's Lumiel. Aiden, I mean, he's an old unit, so usually they don't get any good buffs. I am hoping New Year Furl gets good buffs, though she didn't get anything decent last year. So I don't know. I mean, she's a BGM, and for Christmas they didn't really add that many units, so maybe they'll give her a good buff, but probably not. Okay, so this unit is Mashiro from Mystics. She's a transforming unit. This might be a bundle unit. She might be a BGM, because I'm thinking of Halloween Elfried. She was also a transforming unit. She was teased also doing a stream, and she was a BGM, I think, or an orb skin. Again, this unit is the Ancient Dragon Knight Brax. I don't think there's that many green units from New Year, so this is gonna be one of the rare ones. Probably not gonna be good though. Oh, and this is New Year Albrecht. It's really nice art. But yeah, wood unit, I don't know if it's gonna be good. I mean, the art is really nice, so maybe this is a bundle unit or an exchangeable. Because usually there's two exchangeables, the badge, and there's like a 15. Usually I think that's like the trend now. Like for Christmas, the 20 unit trade, who is the badge unit, is Christmas Zeus. And then the 15 one, it's not a bundle unit, but you can exchange for it for 15 seasonal units. And for Christmas right now, it's Cecilia and Sophie. So this is not a duo unit, but this might still be like a 15 seasonal exchange, maybe, or a bundle. I'm thinking probably bundle, like a BGM. This is Izanami and Izanagi. I'm thinking this is the badge unit, because usually these are like the duo units. I'm thinking of Peach, Isis. I mean, I just mentioned Christmas Zeus, who is by himself. I guess Halloween Hera was also the badge, and she was by herself. I am thinking this is probably the badge, maybe. Or if not, this is the 15 seasonal exchange then. It's all art, no stats, no nothing. It is kind of early for that. New Year's is going to start on time in JP. We usually see our New Year's event for Lunar New Year, which is going to fall on, I think, the 29th in January. So this is probably when we're going to see this. The first stamp for the New Year's event is going to be 100 magic stones. So we have that look forward to, even if all the units are bad. Oh, and according to that tentative schedule, so if we end up getting, who knows if we'll get JJK and Digimon, but those stones are going to be late for Digimon. Digimon might be mid-January, early January, and Disney we're probably not going to get. So those 100 stones, I guess they're going to be available for GungHo Collab. They did a challenge on stream. I'm just going to skip it. We usually don't get the rewards that they get for this challenge. I think this is a pad YouTuber. They did end up clearing the challenge, and the whole server got like 21 magic stones and some other stuff, which we're probably not going to get. So he had to clear the new Enigma dungeon. This is a Patsy unit. They're not that good. I mean, they're kind of strong. They have like a 1-turn cooldown active skill that gives him a cap break to 11 billion. But he doesn't do much outside of that. I think he only enhances orbs. I did see one team. They're paired up with some GungHo Collab unit. But yeah, he's like a raw HP leader, which again, probably to incentivize people to use those recovery badges or the other killer badges maybe. Because everyone's giving out a lot of HP. You gotta match the healing. So you need a bunch of recovery. 5 breakable parts. It's gonna be tedious to farm them. So original challenge was like 10 magic stones. They doubled it to 20 and then they added 1 stone for some reason. And then for the collab news, which is another magazine collab, I believe doesn't fare well for an A maybe, because usually we don't get these like for Shonen Jump and for other magazine collabs. But we did get Dengeki Bunku at some point, and that's a magazine collab. And this is a new magazine collab. Shonen Jump was like a rerun, somewhat of a rerun. It was like a renewal, mainly because a bunch of old units were missing from the RAM. For this magazine collab, it's GA. I don't really know a lot of IP from this magazine, but we'll see. There are 3 animes included in this magazine collab. So this is Goblin Slayer, I think. Not familiar with it. I know the first episode is controversial. I think a friend told me about it. I'm like, kind of don't want to watch this. I thought this was an isekai because they all look like isekais. But yeah, they do tease some art, I believe. Usually a duo unit. Oh, they only showed one. I am somewhat familiar with this anime. This is Danmachi. I did try to watch it, couldn't really get into it. There's a season ongoing right now. But yeah, that's a MC, and that's supposed to be Hestia. And then this one, I was watching the stream live. This looks like the most generic fantasy anime. I don't even remember the name. I did look it up before, but I forgot. So that's one art. But yeah, this is GA Bunko collab. We might get, I don't know, it's a new collab, so that's always up in the air for NA. So we don't know if we're gonna get it at all. Let's see, I think they tease more art. I think there's a bunch of fire units here. So this is fire dark or dark fire. This is light transforming, I guess. Green, obviously bad. Again, fire dark maybe, or dark fire. The MC, that looks like fire, main attribute. Some pixie slimes, dark. But yeah, the MC for Danmachi looks like firelight, and so does Hestia. Kinda sucks for NA. The Shonen Magazine collab also had a bunch of fire units. Natsu from Fairy Tail, I think. And also the boxers from Hajime no Ippo were like fire TPA units. I don't think those units, the boxer ones, have any use. But Natsu is able to clear SN5. Usually there's synergy in between collabs. Sometimes back-to-back collabs. So maybe this is gonna synergize with Natsu, all of these fire units. And that's not gonna fare well, because even if we do get GA Bunko, we might be missing Natsu, which might be like a key sub. They're like a big damage spec, and usually a leader also. So it's still not looking well for NA. I mean, that's always the case, but that's very apparent this time around. Because again, we get a surprise Marvel collab. We don't know about JJK. Hong Kong, Taiwan missed it, so that could happen to us. Digimon, new IP. We don't know if we're gonna get it. Disney, probably not gonna get it. GungHo collab will get, for sure. It's GungHo IP. And yeah, the Shonen Magazine collab, we didn't get last time. But this is sort of like a renewal, because again, a bunch of the old units were not buffed or included in the RAM. So maybe we could consider this one like a new collab, so there is a higher chance than us getting Disney maybe. Now we have GA Bunko, new collab, but also up in the air. The first couple of months in NA are gonna be rough. We might be missing a lot of events. When is this gonna start actually? Did they say? Oh, this is a Descendant boss. Let's see, when does Christmas end? In 9 days, 10 days, okay. So it's gonna end on like Christmas in JP. It's like a week until they get New Year's. They're gonna have a dead week. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, maybe for JP, because they get spoiled. We're in A, so we're used to like whole months of no events or something. Yeah, so our only hope for like SN5 billion title, if we don't get JJK, Digimon, Disney, is to wait until the GungHo collab arrives. I guess some people will have to roll in Christmas or New Year's to keep up with the meta, with the new dungeons, which sucks because again, seasonals, they don't offer that much value. But that was the whole stream. Very disappointing. Again, they didn't show any stats. They only showed art. They didn't show any awakenings. The collab news were kind of disappointing. I don't know if JP was also let down. And even the UI updates were way overdue. But that's it for the stream. So what did you think about the stream? As I kept saying throughout the whole thing, it was kind of disappointing. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That does it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.